Joining me now is freshman Hank Assaf, a student with an entrepreneurial spirit who, at the age of 13, started his social media enterprise. Fast forward 5 years and Hank has generated more than 6 figures of revenue from his business. Not bad for a kid in high school. And his latest venture is a website selling vintage jerseys. And Hank, welcome to Notre Dame Day. Before we get to all that, I understand based off the hardware you got right here on the desk, you had a pretty interesting day so far.
Yeah, so on Saturday, me and my teammates for Club Lacrosse headed to Madison, Wisconsin. And today we won the championship, actually defeating our other team. The team was split into two, and we defeated the other Notre Dame teams, so we got first and second place in the Great Lakes Lacrosse League.
Incredible stuff for a school with a proud lacrosse tradition. No surprise that in the club level, we have to beat ourselves for the championship. It's just that good. And now, Hank, getting back to your business side of this, take me back to the beginning and tell me how you got started with this social media enterprise you built.
So in late 2011, I started my personal Twitter account and kind of followed other Twitter accounts. Some of them were parodies, some of them were just other people. And I found one specific parody account fascinating. It was like a cartoon of Bill Nye the Science Guy, and because I'm a little bit nerdy, I found the jokes hilarious. And then I realized they were advertising on the page, and I assumed they were making some money. So then I eventually tracked down the owner of the account, got in contact with him, and figured out how he was doing it. And then in like the middle of 2012, I started my first parody account where I grew it to a good size and then eventually started advertising.
And so what was that first social media account that you made a profit off of there?
So it was an account called Healthy Living, and I tweeted things about working out and eating healthy and stuff like that. It had around 250,000 followers, so I advertised with that.
And so the interesting part of this for me was you started this venture off, you've been doing it for a while, but you didn't tell your parents, so they just found out this last few years. How did you operate all this without them knowing?
So originally when I started it, both my parents, they're very aware of their surroundings, and they didn't want me to get scammed on the internet. I started using the internet when I was 8 or 10 years old, so they are always careful about that. So when I was younger, like 14, and I said, oh yeah, I'm making money on the internet, I never thought that would go over well with them, so I just decided to keep it quiet. And then eventually another student at my school who I had kind of showed the ropes, and he's now my business partner, he told his sister, and his sister told another student who told my dad because they were in his class at school. So then my dad kind of confronted me about it one day, and I was like, well, and I tried to explain it to him, and I think he was pretty confused and a little skeptical at first, but now they understand a little bit better.
So they understand, they know the cat's out of the bag. Are they on Twitter? Are they following any of these accounts now and keeping track of you?
They follow some of them. I think they still lack a little bit of understanding, so it's tough to explain it to them, and it would be a little bit ambitious to try to follow all of them and keep up with it. So they follow some of them, and mostly they just kind of make sure I pay my taxes.
That's certainly a good thing for them to keep track of on you going down the road there. And now you've had all this success even before you got to campus here at Notre Dame, but I understand that hasn't stopped you from looking towards the future, and you've got a nonprofit that you plan on starting after you graduate. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so talking about the taxes, the first time I paid taxes was pretty frustrating to me. I did not want to have to pay that much money to the government. I didn't think they deserved it. I thought I deserved it. And so I was thinking, well, like, I enjoy what I was doing, and I'd done some work with a nonprofit that my friend started that I kind of joined him on Twitter, kind of helping him advertise for that. So I decided that I eventually want to start a nonprofit that's based in alleviating poverty among the homeless, especially those with kids and veterans. Just because I don't think any kid deserves to grow up in poverty, because obviously it's no fault of their own, and then veterans, I mean, we owe our lives to them, so I don't think they deserve to be living like that.
It's really incredible stuff from a guy with such great entrepreneurial spirit to now look for a way to give that back to everyone else and to people less fortunate. Hank, thanks for joining us. Really impressive stuff.